Hello everyone. Today we are presenting our mini project named Password Numpad, developed by our group members, team and Vayuphak. This project demonstrates a basic security system using Arduino and simple hardware components. So let's move on to our system workflow. The system starts by showing a countdown from 10 to 0 on the 7-segment display. During this time, the user has to enter a 4-digit password using a keypad. If the entered password matches the preset one, the green light LED lights up indicating access granted. If the user fails to enter the correct password within 3 attempts or the countdown reaches 0, the system logs out, turning the red LED and buzzer. So let's move on to the hardware component. The first one, Arduino Uno. Arduino Uno serves as a blade of our system. It processes all many things in our system, including input from the keypad, control LED, the 7 segment, and manage the timing logout. And in this case, we use C language to code the board. Second one, 4x4 metric keypad. This keypad has 16 buttons arranged in a 4 row and 4 column matrix. It allows the user to enter the numeric digits. When a key is placed, the Arduino scans the row and column to detect which button was placed and what is that value. The third one, 7-segment display. We use a common cathode 7-segment display to show the countdown timer. Each of the 7 segments is connected to a digital pin on the Arduino. When specific segments are powered, they form the digits from 0 to 9. The fourth one, LED diode, green and red. The green LED diode is used to indicate success when the correct password is entered, and the red LED lights up if the password is wrong. Number 5, buzzer. A buzzer is used to provide the sound feedback. It will sound briefly when the wrong password is entered and stays on if the system logs out. This makes it easier to detect failure. And lastly, we use a resistor and jumper wire. So let's move on to the circuit connection. Firstly, we connect keypad to the Arduino board. As keypad has 8 pins for 4 rows and 4 columns, we use a port D to port 9 to connect the keypad. And the 7 segments from A to G, we connect them by A, B, C is a D 10, 11, 12, and for the rest we use A0 to A2. And for the LED, we use the green light connected to the pin A3 and the red LED is A4. And the buzzer, we connect them to A5. And what about the password logic? The password, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. The system checks each digit one at a time. If the digit is correct, the green LED flashes. If any digit is incorrect, the red LED will be up, and also the buzzer. The user then has to start over from the first digit again if they reset the system. And for the logout condition, if the user enters the wrong password 3 times, or if the 10-second countdown each before they complete a correct attempt, the system logs. In logout mode, the red LED and buzzer stay on and no further input accepted, and the system then requires a manual reset. And let's move on to the coding part.
The next part is the code part. So what we are looking at right now is the part that we will initialize the keypad first. So our keypad has 4 rows and 4 columns. So we're gonna set the rows value and column values to the 4. And then we are going to initialize the keys. As you can see, the keys that we have on the keypad is 1, 2, 3, and A, 4, 5, 6, and B, and so on. And then for the byte row pins and byte call pins, we're going to set the pins that we are going to use for this keypad. And then at the last line, we are going to initialize the keypad by using all the values that we use here. So the next part is the 7 segment pins. So first, the int 6 pins, we're going to initialize the pins that we are going to use for the 7 segment, and then the byte digits are the digits that we are going to display. So we're going to display the number from 0 to 9, so that's the number 10, and the 7 is the number of bits that we are using. And the next, we are going to initialize the value of the pin that we are going to use for the green LED, red LED, and the buzzer. So A3, A4, A5. And then we're going to set the password here. So the password that we are going to demonstrate is going to be 1234. So if there are any password that you want to change into, you can change from here. We're going to set the digit index to 0 first and attempts to 0 to initialize. And then we are going to set that the last second is going to be 0 and the countdown is going to be 10. And then we're going to set the status of our uh, program to be like the logout to be false and unlock to be false at first. And then we're going to like create a function called display digit that will be displaying the digit on the 7 segment, like with the I from 0 to 7 to like setting the pins, setting the bits and stuff to display the number that we want. So for the next one, we are going to make another function called reset system. Is we are going to like plus the attempts every time the user try to enter the password, and if they fail 3 times, the logout status will be true, the lit LED will be lit on, and the buzzer will ring. So when they put the password wrong too many times, they will be locked out from trying to enter the password. The next one is the setup part. We're going to set up the pins that we do earlier to be the output and stuff, and we're going to first display the digit on the 7 segment to be 10, and that's it for the setup. And then for the loop part, we're going to make the buzzer not making any sound first, and we are going to check first if the condition, if the status of the user is locked out or unlocked or something like that. So that we are going to set the time now, and we are going to like count down with the now that we just made earlier to minus with the last seconds and to going to check. So for our program here, we are going to set the limit to 10 seconds, and we'll count down like going on from 10 to 0, and the system will stop. So So if the time has over, like the digits display on the 7 segment reach 0, the logout will be true, and the red LED will light, and the buzzer will be ringing. So just like when the user enter the wrong password 3 times, the system will lock the user out. And the next one is when the user enter the password. So we are going to have the key, which is the get key from the keypad. And if the key entered is correct, like the green LED will lit, and then after like half a second, the LED, green LED will be like gone, and the index of the digit will go up. So the next one, if the digit index is correct and we reached like 1, 2, 3, 4, like the fourth index, then the unlock will be true. The green LED will be lit on forever now. And on the other hand, if it is the wrong digit, when you are typing the password, then the red LED will light up, the buzzer will ring, and after some time it will go off, and it will reset the system to check for the attempts of the user, like have they exceed the 3 times attempts or something like that. And the next part is the demonstration.
แล้วก็เป็นเท่าไหร่นะ40 ถึง 60บาทแล้ว60ขึ้นไปนี่ก็ดังนี่หาเรื่อง
60เรื่องไฟตีหนึ่งเดียว
แคบสเกลจาก100เลย60เลยนะ
ไม่ใช่มันต้องเพิ่มแมนเลยดิมันเป็นน้อยกว่า 20 ก็คือติดรัว ติดกลางติดน้อย ติดยาวมันจะมี4อัน
เรื่องนี้ก็มีเสียงแล้วยิงต่ออันไหนอ่ะต่อข้ออะไรอ่ะ